What's going on, everybody, and welcome to an NBA recap presented by On The Break. The NBA season has come to a close, so let's recap what happened in the NBA Finals. We're going to start in Dallas for Game 3. The Celtics got out to a really slow start. Jason Tatum knocks down a three to try and get things going for the Celtics. But Kyrie comes back down the floor and knocks down a three-pointer of his own. Luka Doncic, creating space in the mid-range, leans back and hits the shot. And right before the end of the quarter, Derek White finds Jason Tatum leaking out for a dunk. And that brings them within 1 point going into the second quarter. Then Al Horford finds Jaylen Brown cutting to the basket to take the lead for the Celtics. And then Kyrie hits a three-point shot to take the lead back for the Mavericks. Jason Tatum weaves through the defense for a layup, and then Kyrie sidesteps for another three-point shot. PJ Washington drives in the lane and drops it off to Derek Lively for the dunk. These teams were going back and forth in the first half, but in the third quarter, the Boston Celtics started to pull away. Jason Tatum drops it off to Jaylen Brown for a dunk, and Jrue Holiday finds Jason Tatum in transition for a dunk. Jaylen Brown creates space in the mid-range to knock down a jump shot. Then he drives and kicks it out to Xavier Tillman in the corner for a three. Derek White shot 40% from the three-point line in the finals. He banks this one in to extend the lead for the Celtics. And then Jaylen Brown drives through the lane and throws down a vicious dunk to end the third quarter. But in the fourth, the Mavericks make their run. Luka finds Josh Green for a three-pointer, and then he finds PJ Washington for another three-pointer. Later in the game, the Mavericks cut the lead down to 3. This was a critical play in the game. Luka Doncic gets called for the block, picks up his 6th foul, and fouls out for the rest of the game. That was a big loss for the Mavs, and the Celtics took advantage of it. Derek White knocks down a three-pointer, and then Tatum gets the ball in the paint and finishes with a dunk. And Jaylen Brown, again creating space in the mid-range, knocks the shot down, and that'll pretty much ice the game. The Boston Celtics pull off the win, 106-99, to go up 3-0 in this series. Now we're gonna head over to Boston for Game 5 of the finals. The Mavericks took Game 4 in commanding fashion, so the Celtics trying to answer back and close out this series. Jaylen Brown finds Al Horford for the three-pointer. Kyrie Irving tightropes the baseline and throws an alley-oop to Derek Lively, who throws it down. Luka and the Mavs still hanging around. He leans back and hits a mid-range jumper. Then Jrue Holiday finds Brown on a cut to the basket for a dunk. And then Jason Tatum, with some defense, gets the steal and finishes in transition with the layup. And this is where Boston really started to pull away. Jason Tatum drives into the lane and finishes with a tough layup. Derrick Jones Jr. finishes with a tough up and under layup of his own. And then bodies diving for the loose ball. The Celtics come away with it. Jaylen Brown finishes with a layup. But right before halftime, Peyton Pritchard hits a half-court shot to beat the buzzer. His teammates love it, the fans love it, and the arena goes crazy. In the second half, the Boston Celtics trying to keep their foot on the gas and close out this series. Jrue Holiday hits the layup, and then Jaylen Brown knocks down a mid-range jumper. Then Jaylen Brown finds Porzingis on the baseline for a dunk. Jason Tatum with the turnaround jumper in the mid-range gets the friendly roll. Then he drives and hits a runner off the glass. And that'll pretty much seal the deal. The Boston Celtics are the 2024 NBA champions. They win their first NBA championship since 2008 and bring home their 18th NBA title in franchise history. They had a great season this year, finishing with a regular season record of 64-18, the best record in the NBA. The past few years, they've been knocking on the door of an NBA championship, and this year, they finally break down that door and reach their goal. Jaylen Brown wins Finals MVP to go along with his Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and the Boston Celtics raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy for the 18th time in franchise history. Now it's time for the top plays of the NBA Finals. At number 3, we have Peyton Pritchard putting up a half-court shot and knocking it down right before the buzzer. This was one of the best plays of the NBA Finals, and the Boston Celtics love it. At number 2, we have Jaylen Brown driving down the lane, going up over Mavericks defenders to throw down a vicious dunk. You don't want to get in his way when he's driving to the basket. At number 1, we have a different play, but the same player, but the play still looks very similar to the last one. Jaylen Brown driving down the lane with bad intentions, goes up and over Mavericks defenders to put them on posters. Jaylen had 2 big dunks in the finals, and I think a lot of people will remember those moments for a long time. Here's a look at the complete bracket of the 2024 NBA playoffs. The Boston Celtics win the championship and bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They had a great season this year. We'd like to give a big thanks to everybody for tuning in to this episode of NBA Recaps. Be sure to like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to stay tuned for more basketball content like this. And as always, have a great day.